Hey there guys, we're taking a look at LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga running on the AMD Ryzen 5 5500U. Now the game is currently running at 1080p with the lowest graphical settings. Surprisingly, this is a DirectX 11 game. I was really expecting it to be running on DirectX 12 at this point. But overall, the performance that we were getting at 1080p was relatively alright. For the most part, it's a 60 FPS average, though occasionally you will have the occasional stutter here and there, maybe a dip here and there, but really nothing that is going to be game breaking. And really, it's completely playable at 1080p. Honestly, it was a very enjoyable experience. And this is honestly the first LEGO game that I've played since like the LEGO Indiana Jones game. So it has been a good while since the last time I played one. And I gotta say, this was incredibly fun. This is really nothing like the old LEGO Star Wars games. And I mean that in the best possible way, in the sense that they really have taken things to a whole new level. Although to be fair, I haven't played any of the LEGO Star Wars games that have been for any of the new trilogy, so maybe they're just as good as this, but I really doubt that. But you'll see that the 1% lows are pretty much in the 30 range, and honestly, it's going to be an overall very consistent and enjoyable experience, so you don't really need to worry. But if you do want to squeeze out a bit more performance, you can turn things down to 720p. At 720p, the biggest uplift is really in the 1% lows, because now it's really just not dropping down at all. Going down occasionally into the mid 40s is really just going to be a not noticeable thing at all. Really, if you just want the smoothest experience possible, then 720p is the way to go, but 1080p was completely playable. So it pretty much just comes down to your personal preference. I can understand if you just want the more consistent experience of 720p, but if you're willing to just put up with the lower FPS for the visuals of 1080p, I can understand that as well. Me personally, I think if I didn't have an FPS counter, I could pretty much just ignore the issues of 1080p and just play like that. But I don't think I'm even gonna bother to go into the menu and switch things to 1080p. I think I'm perfectly fine with how it is at 720p. If I had left it at 1080p, I don't think I would go through the effort of changing it. So at this point, it's pretty much just perfectly fine for me in either way. Really, overall, I just gotta say it's very playable, and I'm very happy to see that, because this has been a game that I've actually been very excited to play, and to see that it's performing this well, that has me pretty excited. But anyways guys, I just want to say that I actually picked up a new system. It's going to be coming in hopefully in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be a 5600U system, and the reason I went with it is pretty much because that's what's going to be replacing the 5500U for the rest of this year. It's pretty much going to be either the 5600 or the 5625U that you're going to see everywhere. It's mostly just going to depend on what inventory they have. Currently, everything is supposed to, just switch over to the refresh version, but there's a lot of new models that are coming out that are still using last year's model, just because it's literally just a rebadge. There is no difference, and so I really want to see what the difference is going to be there. But also at some point, I do want to pick up a chip with one of the new Alder Lake Intel chips. So if you would like to see that, please help me fund that down below by hitting the donation button or just using the affiliate links. Either one helps me be able to get more equipment, and I would really appreciate your support like that. I'm always looking out to get more systems in for testing, so if you can just help fund that, that would be greatly appreciated. I will see you guys next time.